6 months after the divorce, Ethan Hale thought he had finally learned how to live without her. He buried himself in work, surrounded by glass towers and boardrooms filled with applause. Yet every night, his penthouse echoed with silence. But on a Wednesday afternoon, as rain tapped against his office windows, Ethan received a phone call that stopped his world. "Mr. Hale, this is St. Mary's Hospital. You've been listed as the father of a newborn. The mother is Maya Lewis, his ex-wife, the woman he once promised forever." The hospital phone call felt unreal, almost cruel. Ethan stood frozen in his corner office, rain blurring the city skyline beyond the glass. "That's not possible," he said quietly into the phone. "Maya and we haven't been together in over a year." The doctor's voice softened. "Sir, the baby was born early, 31 weeks. She insisted we contact you. She has no other emergency contact listed." Something inside Ethan cracked, a small sharp pain behind his ribs. "I'll be there," he whispered. "I'm on my way." He left without his coat, without his briefcase, without a word to anyone. The elevator ride felt endless. His reflection in the metal doors looked like a stranger, eyes too tired, shoulders too heavy. Why would Maya name him? Was the baby really his? Why had she never told him? The hospital smelled of disinfectant and coffee. Nurses hurried past, and machines beeped somewhere down the hall. Ethan approached the front desk. "I'm here for Maya Lewis." The receptionist looked up, recognition flickering, not from newspapers or magazines, but from something else, sympathy. "She's in recovery. The baby is in the NICU. I'll call a doctor to take you." Dr. Carter, a calm woman with tired eyes, met him near the elevators. "Mr. Hale, thank you for coming. Maya had an emergency C-section due to severe complications. She's stable now, but weak." "What about the baby?" Ethan asked. "A boy. Very small, very fragile, but he's fighting." The NICU was quiet except for the gentle rhythm of machines. The doctor led Ethan to an incubator where a tiny infant lay surrounded by wires and monitors. His skin was almost translucent, his hands the size of a walnut. "You can touch him," the doctor said softly. Ethan hesitated, billionaire, CEO, negotiator with governments, yet terrified of touching something so small. His hand shook as he slid it through the opening. The baby's fingers wrapped instinctively around his. A jolt shot through Ethan's body, as if someone had cracked open a long-sealed door inside him. He didn't speak. He couldn't. For the first time in years, he felt something real. Room 407. Ethan paused at the door, unsure if he had the right to walk in. Then he exhaled, turned the handle, and stepped inside. Maya lay pale against white sheets, eyes closed, hair messy, looking nothing like the graceful, confident woman he remembered, yet more beautiful than ever. Her eyes fluttered open. Their gaze locked, 6 months of silence folding into a single breath. "You came?" she whispered. Ethan swallowed. "They said you listed me as the father." Maya nodded weakly. "I did." "Is it true? Is he mine?" Her eyes glistened. "Yes, he's yours, Ethan." 1,000 thoughts collided inside him, confusion, guilt, anger, relief, fear. "Why didn't you tell me you were pregnant?" Maya stared at the ceiling. "I tried. I came to your office in February. They said you weren't available without an appointment. I called 4 times. Your new assistant hung up each time." A tear slid down her cheek. "And then I was tired and angry, and I thought maybe you didn't want to know." Ethan felt something inside him sink. "I never changed my number," he said quietly. Maya laughed, not unkindly, but painfully. "You changed everything else." Silence filled the room, not cold silence like it once had been, but heavy, aching silence. "Does he have a name?" Ethan asked. Maya closed her eyes. "I wanted to name him Liam." Ethan whispered the name like a prayer. "Liam Hale." Maya smiled faintly. Liam Lewis Hale, if that's okay. Ethan sat beside her bed, his voice unsteady. I held him. He's tiny. He held my finger. Her face softened. He's strong, stronger than both of us. A sudden alarm sounded from down the hall, a rapid, urgent beeping. A nurse rushed in. We need Maya in the NICU. The baby's oxygen is dropping. Ethan pushed the wheelchair himself. He had never run in a hospital corridor before, but now he raced. Liam's monitors flashed red. Nurses moved quickly, adjusting wires, increasing support. Maya clutched Ethan's arm, her whole body shaking. Please, she whispered again and again, please, God, don't take him. Ethan placed his hand over hers, steadying her trembling fingers. For the first time since he was a child, abandoned by parents who chose addiction over him, Ethan prayed, I don't care about money or deals or anything else. Just let him live, please. Minutes felt like hours. Finally, the alarm slowed. The doctor exhaled. He's stabilizing. He's not out of danger, but he's responding. Maya collapsed forward, sobbing. Ethan caught her, holding her as if she might fall apart. I thought I'd lost him, she cried. You won't, Ethan whispered. Not as long as I'm breathing. The next morning, Ethan returned to the NICU early. A nurse approached gently. He knows your voice. His breathing steadies when you're near. She lifted the baby and placed him against Ethan's chest, skin to skin. The tiny body rested just above Ethan's heartbeat. Ethan felt himself break open, not in pain, but in awakening. I'm your dad, he whispered. I don't know how to do this, but I'm here. I promise, I'm here. Maya watched from the doorway, tears streaming. You look different, she said quietly when she stepped closer. Ethan nodded. I feel different. They sat together, watching Liam's tiny fingers curl. I was going to leave the city, Maya said softly, move in with a friend out of state. I thought it would be easier alone. Don't, Ethan said quickly. Let me try. Not because I have money, not because I'm obligated, because I want to. Maya studied him carefully. I don't trust easily anymore. Then let me earn it, Ethan said. One day at a time, one breath at a time, like Liam. 3 weeks later, on a sunny morning, the NICU doors finally opened. Liam went home, still tiny but strong. Ethan carried him out, Maya walking beside him slowly, leaning slightly on his arm. No grand promises, no dramatic declarations, just 3 people learning how to breathe again. That night, as the baby slept on Ethan's chest in the nursery, Maya whispered from the doorway, maybe we weren't meant to end. Maybe we were meant to begin again. Ethan looked at her, eyes gentle for the first time in years. Maybe love isn't something you win. Maybe it's something you learn. And in the quiet glow of night, with the city lights flickering outside the window, they understood something simple and beautiful. Broken things can still be rebuilt. Lost hearts can still find their way home. And sometimes God gives second chances wrapped in tiny blankets. Sometimes the smallest heartbeat can teach us what truly matters. If this story touched your heart today, share it. Someone may need its reminder.